I was 16 or 17, and I went to yeshiva in Montreal for 2 years. They were very good years. At that time, I was completely and utterly tongue-tied, too bashful, too shy to speak in front of any, even a large family gathering. I was the quiet type. One day, the dean of the yeshiva came in and announced that every student is going to be given a location, a synagogue in town, to visit on Shabbos afternoon and deliver a talk on the weekly portion of the Torah from the Rebbe's writings. I sat there and very calmly listened to what he was saying because it did not apply to me. No one is going to ask me to go give a talk. To my surprise, the dean came over to me and gave me an address of a synagogue, of about a 10-minute walk from the yeshiva, and said, "This is where you're going for Shabbos." I said, "No, got the wrong person." He said, "I'm not asking you, I'm telling you." I said, it's not possible, I can't. He said, "It's not negotiable." Anyway, to make a long story short, I sweated that week preparing a short talk in Yiddish for this community, for this congregation. I was a wreck. When I went, I very bashfully presented the talk and ran back to the yeshiva. After Shabbos, the dean calls me and says, "I got a phone call from the congregation that you spoke at. They said this is the first time they really understood a guest speaker." Guest speaker. Anyway, after that, he gave me other assignments and I kind of came out of the shell. I always wondered, was it just a fluke? Everyone had to go, so I had to go. He was not going to make an exception. Or was it premeditated? I have reason to believe that when they wrote their report to the Rebbe about how the students are doing, who is doing well, who's not doing so well, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, I'm quite sure the Rebbe said to the dean, "Make sure Friedman goes to speak." Because I don't think he would have done this on his own. So here's a Rebbe who is running an underground network of spy and counter-spy in Russia in the really dangerous times. He's also running an international organization with rabbis and shluchim all over the world. He's also publishing talks, teaching, speaking, writing letters to thousands of people a week. And he is aware and on top of every student in the yeshiva. We can't be grateful enough for the leadership and the blessing that the Rebbe brought to our generation. It's like, what did we do to deserve this much?